It's energy challenge number 3, and I'm here today to talk about movement. And so I couldn't have brought this to you earlier because I needed you to be drinking a little bit more water, being a little more hydrated, and sleeping a little bit better so that when we talk about mindful movement, you're actually getting the most benefit. Now, when we're under chronic low-grade stress, we end up holding on to weight. And maybe you've noticed this. Maybe you have that muffin top that everyone dreads as a woman as we age. Maybe you're noticing that no matter how long you're spending in the gym, you're not getting the gains that you used to get. And what happens is that hormonal cascade, when we're under stress, and you can go back to that original video again if you need, cortisol and adrenaline will actually rise when we're under high acute stress. So if you get cut off at a light, for instance, and you're shocked because you almost get in a car accident, adrenaline and cortisol should absolutely go up. They make us more alert, they allow us to focus, and then we can pull over to the side of the road, gather our senses, we're okay, and all of those stress hormones come down. Unfortunately, in today's society, we bathe in our stressors, right? As women, our to-do lists are never ending. Our children need our help. There's extracurricular activities. There's work deadlines. There's family obligations. Even saying it is getting me feeling anxious. And what happens is we create that cascade, that hormonal cascade in our body, and our bodies can't tell the difference between an acute stress, being chased by a tiger, being cut off at a red light, or if we're just doing homework with our children and our children are having a breakdown at the end of the day because they're tired. So that cascade happens, and what happens is our body stores energy as fat so that if we need to run from our stressor, we have the energy to do so in our fat stores. Well, because we sit in our stress, that never happens, right? And so we slowly gain weight that doesn't move, along with feeling exhausted, along with feeling anxious. And what do? We usually go to the gym. And we try to burn off not only the calories, but our anger, our frustration, our anxiety by doing a spin class, a cardio, elliptical, or running. And then we leave the gym and we usually feel just as exhausted, more anxious, and the weight still doesn't budge. So here I am today to tell you, to spread the little secret that we're going to cut the cardio today. So we're just going to cut it out for the remainder of this challenge. So don't panic because you can put it in later. But when we're under high stress, going to the gym and doing cardio actually further stresses our system. And that causes weight to stay stuck. So that cardio is better. If an hour of cardio is good, 2 hours of cardio is better. That's just 90s mentality, and that's not actually true. What we need to do for our stressed out selves and to nourish our bodies is to actually do strength training. So we're going to use metabolic conditioning workouts to get the metabolic gains that we need so that we can get rid of that muffin top. You can have higher energy, lower your anxiety, balance those hormones, even increase libido, which a lot of my patients complain about when their energy is low. So enter today's challenge, cut the cardio, which feels actually really freeing to me, but hopefully you feel the same. What we're going to do for today's challenge is for the remainder of this 21 days, I'm going to have you put in metabolic conditioning workouts, or Metcon workouts they're called. And I've put 2 PDFs below. One of them involves weights and one of them is body weight based. So you choose the one that works best for you. And I have to say, before I get into this, I have a little disclaimer. If you haven't worked with weights before and you don't feel comfortable, I do advise everyone to work with a strength and conditioning coach who can help with proper form, the proper lifting at the proper weight. So if you feel comfortable using weights, there's one down below. If you feel more comfortable just doing body weight for the remainder of this challenge, you're still going to get those metabolic gains. We're going to be able to shift body composition, and when there's more muscle mass, we can balance hormones to get you that energy you deserve. And so Metcon workouts are based on the fact that you're using 80% exertion when you're lifting these weights, and you're using rest-based training. And rest-based training is basically love for your adrenal glands, those glands that produce cortisol and adrenaline. And that's because you can lift at your maximum, and then if you're tired or when you fatigue or when your form is compromised, you just take a break and then you come back at it. And the great thing about Metcon workouts is they're done in 12 to 20 minutes. So we're not talking about taking up a lot of time, because who has extra time? Nobody. So you're in and you're out. You can do it at the gym. You can do this at home. And I've listed them below, so if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I would love to hear how you're doing. But really, incorporate these in 3 times a week. And ideally, a yoga or something that's nourishing to your body on the alternate days if you want to continue to work out. But stay with me here for the remainder of the 21 days while we nourish the nervous system as well as change body composition to get you the energy that you deserve. And then I need you to join me back here in 3 more days where we're going to talk about mindfulness and not cringe at the word. See you soon.